Hello students. So two questions of partnership have been done so far, 5 and 6 from the exercise. Now today we take up with question number 7. Okay, take out your textbooks. Question number 7 of the exercise. Vijay, Lakshmi and Siddhi are the partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 5:3:2. All of you mark it as old ratio OR. Siddhi retired on 1/4/16. Siddhi retired means which partner retired? Third partner retired. Okay, Siddhi means third partner has retired. So new ratio however is given in adjustment 1:2:3. So gain ratio we will have to find. Terms of retirement are as under. We'll go through the things when we solve the question. Balance sheet of the firm on 31/3/16 was as under. So very first put tick on capital accounts. Okay, Vijay's capital 85,000, Lakshmi's capital 64,000, Siddhi's capital 71,000. Put tick on investment fluctuation fund. We will distribute between the partners in the old ratio 5:3:2. Okay, you'll distribute it between all the partners and in which ratio? 5:3:2. So against investment fluctuation fund, write down 5:3:2. In the same manner, workman compensation fund also we will distribute it between all the partners in the ratio of 5:3:2. Okay. Asset side, we don't have any goodwill or any other fictitious assets, accumulated loss, etc. You can put tick on cash. We'll be making cash account because it is given in adjustment also. If you see 7th adjustment, it is given that 12,000 is to be paid to Siddhi immediately. So for that 12,000 paid to Siddhi immediately, we'll have to make cash account. So all of you put tick on cash. Okay, all of you put tick on cash. Now, before we do this distribution of investment fluctuation fund and workers compensation fund, look at the adjustments related to that. You can see in adjustment 3, it's given market value of investments is 40,000. Okay, underline this, market value of investments is 40,000, underline that. Now, investments on the asset side are 60,000 and against that the market value is 40,000, means there is a loss of 20,000. Okay, so here you can mention that there is a loss of 20,000. Okay, so write down against investments loss of 20,000. Now this loss of 20,000 we will meet from investment fluctuation fund, and investment fluctuation fund is only 15,000. So excess loss of 5,000 we will meet from revaluation account. Okay, this we have done it earlier also. All of you must remember that. We have done it in chapter 5, admission of partner, illustration 20 and 21, this particular point. So investment fluctuation fund account we will debit with full amount and close the account with rupees 15,000. Okay, for the excess loss of 5,000 we will debit to revaluation account, and investments account we will credit with 20,000. Okay, investments will credit with 20,000 and decrease its value. So this is how we studied the things in the last chapter also. Investment fluctuation fund account you debit with full amount of 15,000. Then revaluation account you debit with excess loss of 5,000, and then two investments you credit with the total loss of 20,000. Then it's given Siddhi will take over the investment at this value. So Siddhi is the receiver, debit the receiver, Siddhi's capital account debit, and investment goes out, credit what goes out to investment account at what value? 40,000. Okay, so Siddhi account debit to investments account with the value of 40,000. So this entry would be passed when we solve the question. Same way, workers compensation fund is there with 17,000, and we again always see the adjustment. So adjustment 6, all of you can see that workers claim is accepted worth rupees 7,000. So this we can very well meet from workmen's compensation fund of 17,000. For that the entry would be as we again studied in chapter 5, illustration 20 and 21. Workmen compensation fund account debit with rupees 17,000. You close and debit it with full amount of 17,000. To workers claim we will create worth rupees 7,000. So to workers claim 7,000. and remaining 10,000 we will distribute between the partners. Okay, out of 17,000, remaining 7,000 will distribute between the partners. So to partners capital account we will transfer remaining of 10,000 and in old ratio, that is 5:3:2. Okay, 10,000 will distribute in the ratio of 5:3:2. Now let's start with the solution. All of you can pause the video and make the formats: revaluation account, partners capital account, bank account, and balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet will be after retirement, so accordingly everyone can make the formats. Balance sheet would be made after retirement. So let's take up with the things. All of you should have done the formats. Very first we record the capitals. So all of you tick on capitals. Vijay 85,000, Lakshmi 64,000, Siddhi 71,000. So write down in partners capital account on credit side. By balance brought down. Vijay is 85,000, Lakshmi 64,000 and Siddhi 75,000. So Vijay's column 85,000, Lakshmi's column 64,000 and Siddhi's column 71,000. Further, investment fluctuation fund, as we discussed, investment fluctuation fund will get closed with full amount of 15,000. Revaluation account will have to debit with the excess loss of 5,000. So in revaluation account, all of you write down on debit side to investments account with the excess loss of 5,000. And two investments will give no effect because investments are going to get closed as they are taken over by Siddhi. Okay. Then cash account 36,000, or if you write down the opening balance in cash account or bank account rather. Here we have to make cash account. So in cash account, all of you write down to balance brought down with the amount of opening balance, that is 36,000. To cash account, to balance brought down 36,000. Yes, now after cash balance, the next thing, adjustment 1. New profit and loss ratio of Vijay and Lakshmi. Lakshmi is 2:3 and old ratio is 5:3:2. So let us first find the gain ratio. Okay, remember in this chapter we'll always require the gain ratio. As in last chapter we always used to find the sacrifice ratio. Here we will always be interested in knowing the gain ratio. So write down workings. Working note 1. Gain ratio we have to find. So the partners are Vijay, Lakshmi and Siddhi. So write down Vijay, Lakshmi and Siddhi. Old ratio 5:3:2. 5/10, 3/10 and 2/10. And new ratio is also given in the question. Okay, third partner Siddhi has retired. All of you can see that third partner Siddhi has retired and new ratio is 2:3. So Siddhi has retired and the new ratio is 2:3. So 2/5 and 3/5. Now first we will find the gain ratio. How will we find the gain ratio? New ratio minus old ratio. So new ratio of Vijay 2/5 minus old ratio 5/10. For Lakshmi, new ratio 3/5 minus old ratio 3/10. So LCM is 10. 10 divided by 5, 2, 2 into 2, 4, minus 10 divided by 10, 1, 1 into 5, 5. Here 10 divided by 5, 2, 2 into 3, 6, minus 10 divided by 10, 1 into 3, 3. So 4 minus 5 minus 1 by 10, 6 minus 3, 3 by 10. Now minus 1 by 10 actually means a sacrifice. In gain ratio, if your answer comes negative, it actually means a sacrifice. So Vijay is not gaining, but he is sacrificing. Okay. Now, how will the goodwill be affected because of that? Goodwill is valued at 60,000. So working note 2 all of you will make for goodwill. Goodwill 60,000. Normal entry what we studied for goodwill in this chapter is remaining partners capital account debit in gain ratio to retiring partners capital with goodwill into retiring partners share. But then again I told you, if instead of gaining any remaining partner is sacrificing, then instead of that new partner remaining partner debiting, we will credit that. Okay, gaining partner only we have to debit. So which is the remaining partner who is actually gaining? Lakshmi. So only Lakshmi's capital account is going to get debited. Okay, both the remaining partners Siddhi, Vijay and Lakshmi won't be debited. Lakshmi's capital account debit. Only gaining partner we have to debit. To retiring partner is of course there Siddhi, but since Vijay is sacrificing, Vijay's capital account also we are going to credit. So to Vijay's capital account, because he is sacrificing instead of gaining, we will credit that, and to Siddhi's capital account, that is retiring partner. Okay, so in the remaining partner only Lakshmi will get debited because only Lakshmi is gaining. Vijay is sacrificing, so Vijay will be credited, and Siddhi is the retiring partner, so Siddhi will be credited. With what amount? Goodwill is valued at 60,000. So goodwill 60,000 into, in case of Lakshmi, gain ratio 3 by 10. So 60,000 into 3 by 10, that is 18,000. Vijay's capital account with 60,000 into his sacrifice, that is 1 by 10, 6,000, and retiring partner with his share, so 60,000 into Siddhi's amount is 2 by 10, so 60,000 into 2 by 10, that is 12,000. Okay, so I repeat it again. Important point here is, since Vijay remaining partner instead of gaining is sacrificing, normally we debit remaining partner in gain ratio, but since Vijay is sacrificing, Vijay will also get credited along with Siddhi, and amounts 60,000 goodwill into Lakshmi's share 3 by 10 gain, Vijay's share 1 by 10, and Siddhi's share 2 by 10. Okay, now effects. Lakshmi's capital account debit, so in partner's capital account we'll write on debit side opposite accounts to Vijay's capital account as well as to Siddhi's capital account. Both the opposite accounts will come over here. And what amount? Amount will come in the column of Lakshmi. Okay, Vijay with 6,000 and Lakshmi with 12,000 in bracket goodwill. And to Vijay and Siddhi means in partner's capital account on credit side, opposite account by Lakshmi's capital account in bracket goodwill. In Vijay's column 6,000 and in Siddhi's column 12,000. Okay, so this is the entry for goodwill. All of you can pause it, rewind if there is any confusion, and listen to the things once again. Now market value of investment is 40,000, so that loss of 20,000, 15,000 we met from investment fluctuation fund, and 5,000 we have already debited to revaluation account. Siddhi will take over investment at this value. So Siddhi's capital account debit means partner's capital account on debit side to investments account in Siddhi's column 40,000. Okay, and investments account gets closed. Okay, to investment first with 20,000 and then with 40,000. So entire investment of 60,000 gets closed from the balance sheet. It will not come in the balance sheet since partner has taken over the investment. Single effect only. In partner's capital account debit side to investments in Siddhi's column 40,000. Next, 3,000 to be written off from debtors and 5% bad debt reserve is to be provided. Now, first let us write the things on the asset side. All of you put tick on debtors. Debtors are 23,000. So asset side debtors 23,000, then bad debts are 3,000. So all of you write down debtors 23,000 minus bad debts 3,000, remaining 20,000. Now from that we'll subtract bad debt reserve as per adjustment. So bad debt reserve as per adjustment is how much? 5% BDR is to be maintained. So 20,000's 5% BDR we will maintain, that is 1,000. Okay, 20,000 into 5%, 1,000. So outer column 19,000. Now effects. This also we studied in illustration 20 and 21 in admission of partner. Bad debts 3,000 we will meet from existing BDR of 4,000. Okay, from existing BDR of 4,000 we will meet bad debt reserve of 3,000. So BDR 3,000 to bad debts 3,000. Now from this BDR you meet 3,000 of bad debt reserve. So how much BDR is left out? Only 1,000 of BDR is left out. Okay, 1,000 of BDR is left out. And now we require BDR of 1,000 only. So no more provision of bad debt reserve is actually required. Okay, 1,000 of BDR is left out, and we also require 1,000 of BDR only, which is already there. So no extra provision of bad debt reserve is required. Simply bad debt reserve to bad debts 3,000. So bad debt reserve account 3,000 gets closed, and to bad debts also bad debts to debtors gets closed. So no further effect is to be given for bad debt in revaluation account. I repeat it. Bad debts 3,000 we will meet from bad debt reserve. Okay, for bad debts also there is the entry bad debts to debtors. For bad debts also there is the entry bad debts to debtors 3,000, and then bad debt reserve to bad debts 3,000. So bad debt account already gets closed. Bad debt reserve 3,000, so 4,000 minus 3,000, 1,000 is left out, which we have already subtracted from debtors, the left out amount. And to debtors 3,000, so from debtors also we have already subtracted the amount of 3,000 of bad debts. So no other effect of bad debts or bad debt reserve is required to be given in revaluation account. Okay, still I repeat it again. All of you can pause and rewind the video if still you are not clear. From bad debts of 4,000 we will meet, bad debt reserve of 4,000 we will meet bad debt of 3,000. 1,000 of BDR will be left out, and exactly 1,000 itself is what is required. So no further amount of BDR is to be provided from revaluation account. Neither bad debts is taken from revaluation account because BDR is there, nor BDR is required because BDR 1,000 is exactly remaining. So no further effects. Next, value of stock is shown in the books rupees 1,000, which is more than its cost. Now asset side you all can see that stock is 35,000, that is the book value. It is 1,000 more than its cost, so we can say 35 is more than its cost, means cost would have been 34,000. I repeat, book value is 35,000, which is 1,000 more than its cost. So what would be its cost? If 35,000 is 1,000 more than its cost, then cost would be 34,000. Now we have to record it at cost, means now this 35,000 stock we have to record at 34,000. So we have to decrease it by 1,000. We will be sad. It's a loss for us. So revaluation account debit to stock account. Okay, revaluation account debit to stock account to decrease it by 1,000, and to stock account means minus from stock. So put tick on stock everyone. 35,000, asset side stock 35,000 minus decrease of 1,000. So outer column 34,000. Okay, still I repeat it again, everyone listen carefully. Book value of stock shown in the books is 1,000 more than its cost. Now what is the value shown in the books? 35,000. That is 1,000 more than its cost. So what would be its cost? 34,000. Now it is to be recorded at cost, means 35,000 stock. Now we have to record it 34,000. We have to decrease it by 1,000. We will be sad. So revaluation account debit to stock 1,000. Revaluation account on debit side and minus from stock 35,000 minus decrease of 1,000, 34,000. 7,000 of claim is accepted for workman's compensation, that we have already done. From 17,000 we have accepted claim of 7,000, and remaining 10,000 we have to distribute between the partners. Okay, we forgot to distribute that, so write down by workman compensation reserve 10,000 we will distribute between the partners. So in the ratio of 5:3 is to 5,000, 3,000 and 2,000. Okay, and workers claim accepted 7,000 will come on the liabilities side. Workers claim 7,000. Okay, workman's compensation fund account gets closed. Then 12,000 to be paid to Siddhi immediately. So Siddhi is the receiver, debit the receiver. Siddhi's capital account debit, cash goes out, credit what goes out to cash account. 12,000 will be paid immediately to Siddhi. Two cash accounts, so in cash account we will write on credit side by Siddhi's capital account with the amount of 12,000. Okay, so 12,000 is paid to Siddhi immediately. Now all the adjustments are done. So unticked items of balance sheet, capital is recorded, investment fluctuation fund, workman's compensation fund recorded, creditors 56,000 as it is on liabilities side. Write down creditors 56,000. Then after creditors, provident fund 42,000 as it is on liabilities side. Write down provident fund 42,000. Then asset side, land and building 1,30,000 as it is. So write down asset side land and building 1,30,000. Then after land and building, machinery 70,000 as it is. So asset side machinery 70,000. Then after machinery, investments are taken over by Siddhi, so they will not come in the balance sheet. Stock is recorded, debtors is recorded, cash is recorded. Now remaining items we will do the balancing. So revaluation debit side 6,000. That itself is the balance. By partners capital account, we will distribute it between all the partners in old ratio. So Vijay, Siddhi and Lakshmi. Vijay, Lakshmi and Siddhi. In the ratio of 5:3:2. So 5 by 10, 3,000. 3 by 10, 1,800. 2 by 10, 1,200. Opposite side in partners capital account to revaluation account 3,000, 1,800 and 1,200. Now very first when you do the partners capital balancing, do you all remember what did I tell you in question number 6? What did I tell you? When you do partners capital balancing, very first you balance retiring partner and transfer to its loan account. He is no more a partner in the business. So if any dues are still payable to Siddhi, he has retired, she has retired, that amount will go straight away to her loan account. So whenever you do partners capitals balancing, keep this in mind. Very first you do the balance for retiring partner and transfer to that loan account. Okay. So retiring partner 71,000 plus 12, 83 plus 2, 85,000. Okay, very first we will do the balancing for retiring partner Siddhi and transfer the amount to our loan account. So 85,000 minus 40 plus 12, 52 plus 1200, 53,200. If we subtract 53,200, then 31,800 will remain. So what is that to be transferred to? Siddhi's loan account. Okay, to Siddhi's loan account. In bracket balancing figure. And Siddhi's loan of 31,800 will come on the liabilities side. Siddhi's loan 31,800. Now remaining partners will do the balance and write as capitals on the liabilities side. So 85, 91, 96,000. Then for Lakshmi 64 plus 3, 67,000. Okay, 96,000 for Vijay, 67,000 for Lakshmi, 96,000 minus 3,000, 93,000 is the closing balance, 67,000 minus 12, 18, 19,800. So if we subtract 19,800, then 47,200 is the balance. Two balance carried down. 93,000 and 47,200 will come on the liabilities side. Capitals Vijay 93,000 and Lakshmi 47,200. So total balance 1,40,200. Okay, 93,000 and 47. Now cash balance, closing balance will come on the asset side. So 36,000 minus 12,000, 24,000. That will come on the asset side by balance carried down. Asset side cash 24,000. Now balance sheet must tally, so one lakh 40, 70, 220, 260, 261, 268, 270, 276, 277,000. Asset side 34, 53, 183, 253 plus 24, 2,77,000. So the balance sheet gets tallied. Okay. So all of you understand this question properly, revise it again, rewind and see the video again if required, and similar illustration all of you must be trying on your own. That will be all for this lecture. Bye everyone. Take care. See you.